Okay, my audience. Thank you, audience. And my cameraman.
The only thing I never understand is where the hell is the water?
A lot of people don't believe the story I'm about to tell you guys. We have a lot of naysayers. Do you believe that an animal could last 17 days in a chimney? I'll start at the beginning of the story with how we got our cat, Tyson. My youngest son came home from school, and he went over to a neighbor's house and was playing with the neighbor, and then he came home very upset because they were taking their cat to the pound, and he cried, didn't want the cat to go to the pound, and his dad ended up giving in, and we ended up adopting Tyson. Well, we had Tyson for probably 2 years, and one night when we went to go feed him dinner, we couldn't find him anywhere. And we looked that night, went out and asked neighbors, and went to the pound the next day, and nobody had seen Tyson. And so we ended up, probably after several days, thinking that Tyson probably had gotten hit by a car. Probably 2 weeks after that, my youngest son, the same one who wanted Tyson adopted, he had a friend come stay the night, Mikey, and so we let them sleep out in the living room. And probably about 2:30 in the morning, he came screaming in our room that he had found Tyson, that he could hear Tyson out in the living room. Well, I don't think me or my husband believed a word he said, and he just kept crying and saying he could hear the cat, and we finally got up to come out and see what he was talking about. Well, we get out, and we have a wood insert stove, and my husband opened the doors on the wood insert stove, and sure enough, Tyson's little paw was sticking down, and we didn't know what to do because he was caught on a grate. So I called the fire department, and I found out the fire department doesn't rescue animals. So we didn't know what we were going to do because the stove is sealed to the wall. So we ended up calling Mikey's dad at probably 3:30 in the morning, and he came over with a hacksaw, and we got the stove away from the wall and got it pulled out, and we rescued Tyson. And there was nothing. I mean, he was just skin and bones, and his eyes were just as big as they are on those cards. Was just from hunger and lack of water. And so we ended up calling the vet the next morning. He said, just feed and water him, give him wet food. And he did make it. And we figured he probably had been in that chimney at least 17 days. We think that he probably had lost enough weight, and he just slowly worked his way down to the bottom of the chimney, bottom of the stove, and then we were able to save him. And so once again, the one who rescued him from the pound rescued him from our chimney.
You went way too much over.